Welcome back to the Office Marketing Podcast with Mike Swigert, the podcast all about sales tips, mindset, and value bombs. 5 questions to help make your day more productive and learn a thing or two. Here is your host, best-selling author, Mike Swigert.
I've got Miriam Staub from Stagory on the Office Marketing Podcast today. She's coming to us all the way from New York. Thank you for coming on, Miriam. And we take a second and tell everybody a little something about yourself.
Okay, I'm just going to say something about myself and my company. I founded it like a year and a half ago, and we sell healthcare furniture for seniors in living in assisted living or in rehabilitation centers.
Okay, sounds great. What is something that everybody doesn't know about you?
Okay, I would say I definitely suffer a lot from anxiety, but instead of making it like as a bad thing, I really conquer it through like methods that I've learned, like meditation, gym, and hiking to really center myself. So instead of letting anxiety take my life, I took anxiety and take control over it every day.
I love that, Miriam.
So
I really do.
My superpower.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I tell you what, the last year, you know what? You're in the massive majority of people that, and me included, that have, fought any sort of anxiety, depression.
Yeah, especially now with like lockdown, and people just get like, they're thinking it's never going to finish. And depression has been on the rise a lot. So you really have to find tools to center yourself.
Okay, good. I love it. Thanks for sharing. What got you to do this though? Like it's crazy. You're starting your own business. You do it, 6 months before one of the biggest shutdowns in our country. What inspired you to go start this company?
I used to be a manufacturer's rep, and I always wanted to have my own thing going. And I figured like I definitely want to do something, that has some meaning. And so my furniture actually has like good and safety, and like it works for the end user. So it's safety and it has style, and it makes the seniors feel like homey and in a nice environment.
Well, that's good. That's really good.
So
but to start your own business, Miriam, really like that? I mean, that's not easy. Yeah. I mean, that's actually pretty awesome. So what was it like? What kind of got that entrepreneurial spirit? Like where does that come from?
I would say like my person would be Sarah Blakely.
Oh, nice.
She's really someone that I really, someone
that's
that I really look up
that's an
to.
That's an Atlanta girl. We like Sarah. She's an absolute rock star here. Yeah.
Yeah. So she really has like a similar life to me. She also has like a lot of kids and like the husband and everything. And she also had like a vision, and I really took a lot of inspiration from her.
Did you ever see that or hear her talk about, she stayed in her small house and she would have the Spanx delivered. She would have these boxes. And I love that story. And the pictures of her just having boxes and boxes inside her small house. It's just so inspiring. She's so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very similar to my stories. Like the samples get delivered to my house. So I channel her a lot.
No, that's good. That's a great one. I do the same thing. I mean, the people that are listening, Miriam, between the two of us, we have 5 daughters. She has 3 and I have 2. So if anybody in this world is like a fan of powerful females, you're right there with me, Miriam. We're big fans.
Thank you.
Let's talk about mindset a little bit. You keyed in a little bit at first, what you do, but what do you do to keep that energy high? Because you've got 3 girls to keep happy. You've got a company to run. You've got clients to keep happy. What do you do to keep that energy and mindset positive?
Okay, so I read the book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, and he really talks about like the power of now, the actual now. So I never think about like before or after. I literally do the actual now. So it's never like what's going to be like in the next second or the second before. You think about what am I doing right now to capture the moment now. And it's not going to like, how can I keep myself in the positive mindset right now instead of overwhelming yourself with, oh my God, my daughters are coming home. Oh my God, like my client. It's just about the now, and then everything calms down.
It's so simple, but it's so right. I like that, Miriam. No, really. I mean, wouldn't If everybody did a little bit more of now, that sounds fantastic. I love it. What a great mindset hack.
This episode of the Office Marketing Podcast is brought to you by Fusion Advisory. We help commercial contractors generate leads online profitably. Check us out at fusion-advisory.com.
Then I don't want you to do that book. You got to pick a different book or a different piece of software. What's one that you love and or you can't live without?
Not really. I'm not that much into books. I like YouTube clips. I listen to audio a lot, and my favorite one is Dr. Wayne Dyer. I feel like he really has like the stuff when you're really down in the dumps. He really has that insight for me.
Oh, great. What's your favorite then? Like, or just tell me a little something that Wayne Dyer has kind of shared with you that you're kind of like, man, this talks to my heart.
Have an open mind to everything, but a mind attached to nothing.
You're giving us some really powerful little clips. Thank you, Miriam. I love this. All right. Well, then really, okay. I hope that wasn't going to be your quote, because now we're going to go to like, what's the best piece of advice you've ever had?
Yeah, I think that was going to be my quote. I really,
okay, great.
Because I live by it. I'm like, I want to conquer the world, obviously with my business and my daughters. But I can't live with the end in mind. We have to, like, coming back to the power of now, live with the now, but I can't have the end in mind. Actually, I do have another quote.
Okay.
It's actually right here, framed. What would you do if you weren't afraid? From the book, Who Took My Cheese? I don't know if you ever read it.
No. Okay. What's the book?
Where Did My Cheese Go? I forgot the title. It's about like a mice who the cheese ran away. And they were afraid to go find new cheese. Okay,
tell me the quote again. What does the quote say?
What would you do if you weren't afraid?
Ooh, good stuff, Miriam. What would you do if you weren't afraid? What a great question to ask. I know a lot of people say things like, yeah, if you could do anything in the world, you know, if there are all those questions like that, but what a neat way to phrase it. What would you do if you weren't afraid? That's a great, we should call this podcast that's how we should call it. So, just on a final then, so if people wanted to get in touch with you, learn more about your company, what would be the best way to do that?
It would be like LinkedIn. Reach out to me at Miriam Staub, or my email, miriam@stagory.com. But I think LinkedIn, I'm always open to any new invitations and DMs. I always reply. I think that would be the fastest way.
Okay, great. Well, I'll put your LinkedIn link in the show notes too, so people will be able to get you there.
Okay.
And well, it's really great. It's been so much fun having you on the show. You're an absolute joy. I hope this year is incredible for you. And everybody,
thank you.
Well, find Miriam, hunt her down, and lean on her for anything you can use her for. Okay, guys. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Miriam.
Thanks for listening to the Office Marketing Podcast. Be sure to join the conversation on our YouTube channel, LinkedIn, and Facebook pages. If you enjoyed the episode, head over to iTunes to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.